This is Meri at the.meri.atelier, and I thought I would do another yard walk. I mowed the lawn today, so I got to show it to you while it's still trimmed. My geraniums here are doing very nice, and I've got salvia and coleus down in here, snapdragons. I'll have to water today. Today's an odd day, so I can water. But they're my hanging baskets, and when I get 10 milk jugs here to save water in, I'll tell my brother he can start throwing them away again. Oh. So you've seen all these. I moved the little washstand over here, and this is still pretty clear except for the hose. I usually put the hose out in the yard, but I mowed today, so let me step down. I have a couple of things I want to show you. My dill is getting really big here, and I'm thinking some of this is going to turn to seed. I think I can grow some more. I think I'm going to try to start some and put it out in the garden. This is sage and rosemary, and I think this one over here is a rosemary. My lavender's doing really well. So yeah, let's go this way. I mowed and I mowed and I mowed and I mowed. Let's walk in the shade. It's really warm out. It's humid. I had to rest several times. But look at this tree over here. This tree, our neighbor's tree, I think that's a tulip tree. I don't know if it's going to bloom, but those leaves, I think I'm going to sneak over there and get some of them for my Under the Forest Floor journal. I'm sure they won't mind, but that's really a pretty tree. And it gets those tulip blooms on it. So I hoed out here yesterday, and so this should be pretty good. Whoops. Oh, there's a stone there. Let me kick that stone out of the way. I'll have to take care of that. I don't want anybody to trip over it. So my little plants in here are doing good. I'll water them again. We had a lot of rain the other day, so they love the rain. And I got rid of most of the weeds, not all of them. My marigolds are starting to look like marigolds, not just help, you know. They're starting to bloom out, so I'm really happy with those. I put some begonia in there. They were just leftovers. So, and then the impatiens are down there. Mom's hostas. I think I'm going to pull, there's a violet crowding things out. I'm going to pull it out. Hollyhocks are still blooming. And yeah, they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. And the hostas here are blooming. I think I'm going to steal a hosta bloom too and see if I can't put it in my dried flower book. But I have some grasses I'm going to put in here, a couple of grasses plants. And yeah, keep my shadow out of the way if I can. The Dusty Miller looks so pretty out here. I'll go around this way. Look at those blooms. Look at those blooms on the hosta. I call them fairy gowns. They are so pretty. Look, they're dancing. They're at the hosta ball. And these are going to start blooming here any minute, any time now. So we've got a tree that the wind is, this branch is ready to come down. We're just waiting for another big wind. That's how my brother cuts branches down. He waits for a big wind. And since I mulched on around these trees, it's so much easier to mow around the trees. I just make a big wide circle. And I mowed, and I mowed, and I mowed. Let's walk out to the garden. Well, we'll go over. There's the front porch. You guys have seen all of this. Not much has changed, except I have to water my flowers. But they're still kind of moist from, we got rain, I think yesterday morning. I can't remember. It was really foggy this morning. And I got that old carpet pulled up, so that's no longer a danger. I need to pull some grasses out of here, but these marigolds are starting to take off too. They're starting to look a lot better. And I'm just going to leave this vine in here. I don't know what. My brother thinks it's a weed that's getting little purple flowers on it. I'm going to leave it in there. If any of you know what kind of a plant this is, I'd like to know. Of course, there's some dried leaves down below. Well, I know that's a thistle. And I think I'm going to come out and steal one of these leaves too for my... I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know what this is. Is that part of the rose bush? I don't think so. Because there's no... is there thorns in there? That might be part of the rose bush. It's really looking nice. What I want to show you is the garden. Yeah, look at that garden. I'm so proud of it. Our squash and, let's see, I think this is squash and squash. And then one of these in here is a muskmelon. Back there are cucumbers. Here, and there are cucumbers. We've been getting nice zucchinis. And I've got another one coming up right there. We got two there. And I got another one coming up over this way. And our radishes are ready to pull. Let's walk around this way. My canna lilies are doing so nice. I'm so happy we waited and waited. We weren't sure they were going to come up. And my peppermint plants are thriving in here. And I'm just seeing a reflection of me. I put peppermint plants in there. My canna lilies are doing nice, and I'm looking right into the sun, so I'm just going to kind of walk this way. Yeah, we got those marigolds, not marigolds, morning glory vines. No matter how often I try to pull them down. I wanted to show you guys this. Our Rose of Sharon is blooming again. Isn't that beautiful? And there's a canna plant right by it, but we think the canna bulb is going to, and I'm not going to dig it up again. Once it's done this fall, I will just leave it in the ground, and we'll let the Rose of Sharon have this spot. So the tomatoes, my brother said not very many tomatoes are setting on, that there's blooms. So I think we just need to be patient. The corn is tasseling out. Oh, I mowed in here this afternoon. It was tall and wet. It was as tall as this is in here and very wet. Our corn is getting some cobs on it in here. Some of them, I saw some. Here's a cob forming in there. And I was out here shaking pollen off of this one on the ground. See, this one has pollen on it. It's got a silk down in there. I wanted to show you the okra. Here's my new zucchini plant. I found the okra. I found the okra. Let me go over this way. Let me tell you, I have to work on weeding this part of the garden just a little every day. It's murder to hoe. Let me get in here in the shade. This is I call it my wildflower garden, but I think this is a sunflower coming up right here. And Kimberly said these are cosmos flowers. The last time I showed you, there's one blooming over there. And I put some wave petunias that I got on sale. The wave petunias are looking really nice. I put some salvia in here. Those are all cell plants. But look, all of this I did this morning. And then I've been working on that part there, trying to get the weeds out of my brother's onions. And I have this part right here to do. And this is peas. I don't know if we're going to weed or till that up. I don't know if they're going to produce. My brother. And then next to it are beans in here. These are peas. These are beans. My brother said there's some beans coming on. And my corn is looking nice. But the garden, I think, is coming along very nice. It's a lot of work. I'm out here in the mornings a couple hours. And then today I mowed the lawn. Let me sit down for a minute on this park bench. This is what I do when I need a rest. And then out there, you can't see it because all the sunflowers are growing up over it. But out there is where we throw all the dead branches that fall off of the trees and leaves and everything. We're going to have to clean that out come fall. But yeah, our zucchini, let me zoom in to the zucchini here. The zucchini's been blooming. I don't know if I can see any blooms. The cucumbers have been, my brother said there's a little teeny, this is cucumber here that I'm showing you now. They're growing up on, let's see where, right here, where that tower is there. Those are cucumbers. My brother said he saw a little one growing on it. And then out, there's the onions there. They need to be weeded. I pulled some weeds out, but I've been concentrating on the okra. Yeah, the okra's I think we're gonna get some good okra, and there's one little plant up in here someplace. I don't know where he's at with that zoomed in. Let me zoom out again. So I'm really proud of the garden. The weeds kind of took over this part here, but I'm trying to get them out of the onions and the okra, and the peas I think we'll probably just, if we don't get any peas out of it, we'll probably just till that up, mow it down and then till it up. But I'd love to see if the last time I looked for sale plants, flowers on sale, I didn't see very many. So, and what I saw, they quit watering them and they weren't taking care of them. I think I can still plant some zinnia in July. I think I can still plant zinnia. So yeah, our garden's looking very nice. We got some daylilies blooming way out here. You can I, if I zoom in, can I see them? Let me go way in here. No, they're on the other side. There's some daylilies blooming out there. Oh yeah, there they are. Here, let me zoom in again. Right there. There's some daylilies blooming. I didn't think we had any daylilies. I'm going to see if I can't get some more bush daylilies. And actually, they would look nice. They would look nice right in there. And then I wouldn't have to mow that. Just right from the sunflowers this way. Put in a hedge of daylilies. So I've only been on just a little bit, but I wanted to show you the garden and the yard. I mowed and I mowed and I mowed. It was a job today because it's humid out. It's not in the hundreds or 90s. It's kind of like in the high 80s, but it's so humid. It is so humid. So it's kind of fun to watch the wind blow the corn. The wind blows. That's what pollinates the corn. I'm going to have to hand pollinate this row. Well, I kind of shook some of the pollen off of the tassels there. We're going to have sweet corn pretty soon. Yeah, yummy. So I'm going to end my video, and bugs flying in my mouth. And thank you for now he's flying in my eyes. Thank you for watching, and I'll just keep giving updates. And yeah, I think this part's pretty easy to keep weeded now, because the weeds, when it gets so hot, the weeds don't like to come up. But here, this is the challenge for me right in here now. And I work on it in the mornings, and I'll get it all cleaned out. If I can keep it cleaned out, it'll be easier to keep as a, it'll be easier to till up and keep as a garden. The grasses won't take over. I fight them, and I fight those morning glories. Okie dokie. Have a great weekend. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.